Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? I had another dream last night that I want to share with you guys. I had a dream that I was outside in a field, in the backyard. It was a big field. And I saw my brother's friend. His name is Aaron, and he was lawing the grass, like he was cutting the grass. But the grass was so high up. It was like 3 foot high. It was so high up. And I was like, oh my goodness, this grass really does need to be cut. So I went up to him and I saw that he was cutting the grass and he was using this tiny little lawnmower. And everything got stuck and clogged. And when we looked, and I looked around and I said, look, you have all these bad weed. You have to remove it before you can cut this grass. And there were like thick, heavy, thorn looking weed. And I'm looking like, oh my goodness, those things need to be removed. Like you need to remove it with your hands, not with the lawn, because it's going to get jammed. And that's what happened. And I was like, wow, this is a big field. And I was like, you have your work caught up for you. And he was like, okay. Well, I was like, well, it would be easier if you pull out the bad weed first, then start cutting the grass. It would be easier for you if you did that. And then he started pulling it. I even pulled like 1 or 2 for him, showing him, look how much easier it is if you pull the wheat, the bad wheat. You pull it and you see how easier it is to lawn the grass. And then I woke up. My little alarm woke me up, my daughter. She kept waking me up throughout the night. So after I woke up from that, I went back to sleep. After giving her a bottle, I went right back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep, same thing. I went back to the same dream. Instead of it being daytime, bright daylight, this time it was nighttime. And what I saw this time, I saw my little brother. His name is David, by the way. So I saw my little brother David checking the backyard, and the backyard was completely cleaned out. Aaron did a great job because it was gone, but I saw him like finishing up the rest of the work, but it was like completely done by the time I got there. And it was late night, and you saw him there late night. And I looked to my left. And I saw the neighbors, and they were out in the middle of the night, and I would say like probably like dawn. It was like 6 a.m. dawn. The sun was about to crack, and I'm looking at my neighbors. They were looking at this mango tree. Their mango tree was right, like it was ready to harvest, but it was like almost ready because it was kind of green. Some parts were green and some parts were like, starting to get yellow. And you know how mango trees are. When your mangoes are like green, it's like almost ready. But it was like blossom. It was blooming, like it was like ready to harvest, because you don't really harvest your mango tree when it's actually right, like when it's yellow. You harvest it like when it's almost like green, close to yellow. That way when it's ready, you eat it. So I noticed they were both touching the mango. It was him and his mom. They were both touching the mango tree. They were like looking at it, like they were analyzing it, making sure it was ready to harvest. And I'm looking like, wow, it's pretty, like really, really green. And for me, in my head, I was like, give it about 1 more month. It will be perfect. Like it would be perfect. And it was so many mango trees. So many mango on that tree. So many mango. So, if you guys are mango lovers, when the mangoes are ready to eat, And August is like the blooming time for mangoes. Yeah, you can go and get some mangoes at the grocery stores right now. Like July, August is like the perfect time to harvest your mangoes if you have a mango tree. My mom has a mango tree, and like when mid-July and August come, we are tearing up that mango, and my mom's like, come get the mangoes before the rest of the neighbors come and pick them up. So yeah, that's what I noticed, that the mango trees were ready. Look, I think this dream was showing me that the harvest is right, is ready to be ripe. And God is ready to harvest his bride, his remnant, his faithful ones, those who've been waiting and ready for the rapture. I believe God is showing me that the harvest is ready. It's right at that door. And I don't know, you guys. I've never felt so, okay. I've never felt so anxious to just leave out of here, out of this world. I don't know what's happening, but it feels like I'm here in this world, but I'm not really here. Like my body, my flesh is here in this world, but my spirit, my soul, it's like it's pushing out of this world. It's leaving this world. Like something is loaning me, calling me to leave this world, That's just how I'm feeling lately for the past few months. And the closer and closer we get towards the months, the harder it is to bear this world. I don't know why. It's just, you can feel like something is pulling you out of this world. I don't know if you guys are feeling that way, but that's what I've been feeling lately for the past few months, especially the close weeks that we've been here. I don't know. It could just be me, but I don't know if you guys are having the same feelings. And 2 days ago, I was on the prayer line with, sisters in Christ, and I had a quick, glance of a vision. And in this vision, I saw myself going into this deep vision while one of the girls, it was Susie again. She was praying again. While she was praying, I saw this giant hand came out of the sky. I'm talking about this giant heavenly hand came out of the sky, and it pulled this tiny little hand on earth. It pulled it up into the clouds, and I heard this big voice in the sky said, "They are now united." And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I seeing? I was like, what am I seeing? Why is a big hand coming from the clouds picking up a small hand on earth? And it picked it up and it brought it to the clouds with him. And I just knew it was a masculine hand, and it was a male. Most likely it was the Lord picking up his bride, his remnant, up into the sky. And I felt like that was another rapture vision that I was given by the Lord while we were praying. It's crazy because I've been having all these rapture dreams, rapture visions. Harvest is ready to be harvest. It's like, you guys, I believe God is warning us. He's letting us know he is coming. Like, I know we all been saying that he's coming, but we not knowing the day or the hour or the time that he's coming. I just feel like, I don't know if we're gonna leave this year without being raptured, without hearing the raptured happens. I don't know. I just feel like it's so closer than it's ever been before, ever. I believe a lot of us are having this urgent feeling like we're about to leave. We're about to go home, you guys. The harvest is right. And God is separating the wheat from the tare. And that's what I was seeing with Aaron. Aaron was separating the wheat from the tare. And it's so funny how I got an Aaron in my dream and I got a David in my dream. The line of David is coming to harvest his to harvest his remnant. It's like crazy, you guys. Aaron was in Moses' time where he was helping Moses. He was right beside Moses throughout the whole time. I don't know, you guys. We are so close. Pray about this. And I'm going to leave a verse on there. Matthew 13. It talks about the wheat and the tare. And also Matthew 24 also talk about the harvest, you know? And I believe we are so close. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Shalom. So I'm going to read Matthew 13 for you guys real quick. And I'm also going to read Matthew 37. So here it is. Parable of the wheat and the weeds. Here is another story Jesus told. The kingdom of heaven is like a farmer who planted good seed in his field, but that night as the workers slept, his enemies came and planted weeds among the wheat, then slipped away. When the crops began to grow and produce grain, the weeds also grew. The farmer's workers went to him and said, "Sir, the fields where you planted that good seed is full of weeds. Where did they come from?" "An enemy has done this," the farmer exclaimed. "Should we pull out the weeds?" they asked. "No," he replied. "You'll uproot the wheat if you do. Let both grow together until the harvested. Then I will tell the harvester to sort out the weeds, tie them into bundles and burn them and to put the wheat into the barn." Then 37 exclaimed. Well, this one is the parable of the wheat and the weeds explained. Then, leaving the crops outside, Jesus went into the house. His disciples said, "Please explain to us the story of the wheat and the field." This is number 37. Jesus replied, "The Son of Man is the farmer who plants the good seed. The field is the world, and the good seed represent the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people who belongs to the evil one, the devil, you know. The enemy who planted the weeds among the wheat is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world. The harvest is the end of the world. And the harvester are the angels. The harvesters are the angels. They are the ones that are going to be taking us out of here, rapturing us, you guys. Just as the wheat are sorted out and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the world. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will remove from his kingdom everything that causes sin and all who do evil. And the angels will throw them into the fiery furnace where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in their Father's kingdom. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. Amen. Praise God. Amen. That was a great verse, and I just pray that everyone will receive this message. I know that the Lord was talking to me when I in those manner when I was receiving this dream last night. And that was the NLT version. I read in an NLT version. I kind of like that version better. But you guys can read it in any version you like, and you should check it out. If I were you guys, I would also read the entire book of Matthew 13. It really explains the parable of the wheat and the tare. So God bless you guys. Shalom.